Avonlea. It's a quaint town. Everyone knows everyone. And they seem to care for each other quite sincerely. That's Marilla Cuthbert in her kitchen on her farm in Green Gables. She's preparing for a new guest to arrive. Did you hear that? That's the sound of a distant train whistle coming into the Bright River train station. If you listen carefully, you will even hear the sound of a horse and buggy coming in now. Must be here to pick up a guest.
Well, now, hello, Moody. Is your father here?
No, sir, Mr. Cuthbert. He left me to close up.
Well, the 5:30 train from Charlottetown means.
Well, that was the 6 that just left, but there's a passenger dropped off at the 5:30 for you. She's sitting there on the bench.
She.
Yes, sir. There's more scope for imagination there.
Well, I'm not expecting a girl. It's a boy to come for.
I guess there's been some mistake. Miss Spencer came off the train with that girl and said you and your sister would be here presently.
Oh, I specifically asked her.
Sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. She's the only orphan we've got.
I don't understand.
Maybe you should ask her. I have to close up.
Oh. Oh.
I suppose you are Mr. Matthew Cuthbert of Green Gables? Very glad to see you. I was beginning to be afraid you weren't coming for me. I was just starting to imagine all the things that might have happened to prevent you. Well, I had decided that if you couldn't come for me tonight, I'd stay all night in that big wild cherry tree down the track. I wouldn't be a bit afraid.
Sorry I was late. The buggy's just over here. Hand me your bags.
Oh, I can carry it. It isn't heavy. I've got all my worldly goods in it, but it isn't heavy. Miss Spencer said it was an 8-mile drive. Miss Spencer said probably Miss Cuthbert will come with you.
Oh, she's at the house getting ready for the...
Oh. Mr. Cuthbert, it's wonderful that I'm going to live with you and your sister and belong to you. I've never belonged to anybody, not really. And I don't suppose you were ever an orphan in an asylum. But it's worse than anything you could ever imagine. Miss Spencer said it was wicked of me to talk like that. So easy to be wicked without even knowing it, isn't it? I used to lie awake at nights and try to imagine. I guess that's why I'm so thin. I'm dreadful thin, aren't I? Pick on my bones. I do love to imagine that I'm nice and plump with dimples in my elbows. Prince Edward Island is the bloomiest place. I just love it already. So glad I'm going to live here. Those red roads are so funny. I asked Miss Spencer what made the roads red, and she said she didn't know, and for pity's sake not to ask her any more questions. She said I must have asked her 1,000 already. How are you going to find out about things if you don't ask questions? Well, and what does make the roads red?
I've never really thought about it.
Isn't it splendid to think of all the things there are to find out about? Oh, but am I talking too much? People are always telling me I do. Would you rather I didn't talk? If you say so, I'll stop. I can stop when I make up my mind to it. Though it is difficult.
No, you may talk as much as you'd like. I don't mind.
Oh, I'm so glad. I know you and I are going to get along fine. Just now I feel pretty near perfectly happy. I can't feel exactly perfectly happy because, well, what color would you call this?
It's red, isn't it?
Yes, it's red. Now you see why I can't be perfectly happy. Nobody could who has red hair. I can imagine away the other things. Freckles, green eyes, and my skinniness. I cannot imagine that red hair away. It'll be my lifelong sorrow. Mr. Cuthbert, oh, Mr. Cuthbert, oh, Mr. Cuthbert, what is this place?
What do you mean?
This white place.
Oh, you must mean the avenue. Well, a crazy fellow planted a bunch of apple trees down the road a bunch of years ago. It is kind of a pretty place, though.
Pretty? Oh, beautiful doesn't even go far enough. It's wonderful, wonderful. It's the first thing I ever saw that couldn't be improved upon by imagination. It just satisfies me. But the avenue? No, I shall always call it the White Way of Delight. Oh, isn't that pretty?
Oh, that's Barry's Pond.
Oh, I don't like that name either. I shall call it the Lake of Shining Waters. When I hit on a name that suits exactly, it gives me a thrill. Do things ever give you a thrill?
Oh, well, now, yes. It always kind of does give me a thrill like that to see them ugly white grubs that spade up in the cucumber beds. Oh, well, I hate the look of them.
Well, I don't think that can be exactly the same kind of thrill, but why do other people call it Barry's Pond?
I reckon because Mr. Barry lives up there in that house.
Does Mr. Barry have any little girls? Well, not so very little either. About my size?
Why, yes. He has one about 12. Her name is Diana.
What a perfectly lovely name.
Well, I don't know.
Good night, dear Lake of Shining Waters.
I'm pretty near home now. That's Green Gables, right up.
Don't tell me. Let me guess. I'm sure I'll guess right. That's it, isn't it?
Well, now. Well, you've guessed it.
Just as soon as I saw it, I felt it was home.
Well, here we are.
Cuthbert, who's that? Where's the boy?
There wasn't a boy. There was only her.
There must have been a boy. We sent word to Mrs. Spencer to bring a boy.
Well, she didn't. She brought her. Marilla, I couldn't have just left her there, no matter where the mistake had come in.
Well, this is a pretty piece of business.
Wait, you don't want me? You don't want me because I'm not a boy? I should have known. Nobody ever did want me.
Well, there's no need to cry about it.
Yes, there is need. Oh, this is the most tragical thing that has ever happened to me.
Don't cry anymore. We're not going to turn you out of doors tonight. You'll have to stay here until we investigate this affair. Now, sit down and eat something. What's your name?
Could you please call me Cordelia?
Call you Cordelia. Is that your name?
Oh, it's not exactly my name. I would love to be called Cordelia.
I don't know what on earth you mean. If Cordelia isn't your name, then what is?
Anne Shirley. Oh, but please call me Cordelia. It can't matter much to you what you call me if I'm only going to be here a little while.
Fiddlesticks. Anne is a real good, plain, sensible name.
You'll have to call me Anne. Please. Please call me Anne spelled with an E.
What difference does it make how it's spelled?
Oh, it makes such a difference. It looks so much nicer. If you won't call me Cordelia, please, please call me Anne with an E.
Very well then, Anne with an E. Can you tell us how this mistake happened? Were there no boys down at the asylum?
Yes, but Miss Spencer said distinctly that you wanted a girl about 12 years old.
Ah.
I couldn't sleep all last night for joy. Oh, why didn't you leave me at the station? If I hadn't seen the white way of delight, the Lake of Shining Waters, wouldn't be so hard.
What on earth is she talking about?
Oh, you know, just some conversation we had on the road.
I was very beautiful and had nut brown hair. Would you keep me?
No. We want a boy to help Matthew on the farm. A girl would be of no use to us. Now, will you please just sit down and eat something?
Oh, you can't eat anything. I'm in the depths of despair.
What in the world?
A lump comes right up in your throat and you can't eat anything. Not even if it was a chocolate caramel.
A what?
Oh, I had a chocolate caramel once about 2 years ago. It was simply delicious. I hope you won't be offended because I can't eat. Everything smells very nice.
I guess she's just tired. Best you put her to bed.
Yes, but where do I put her? Matthew? Matthew! Got the pallet in the pantry ready for the boy, and the spare room is not for... Very well. Come along, the escape room is clean. I suppose you have a nightgown?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Get undressed as quick as you can and go to bed.
I will.
Good night.
How can you call it a good night when you know this must be the very worst night I ever had?
Well, this is a pretty kettle of fish. Hmm? One of us will have to go over and see Mrs. Spencer tomorrow, that's certain. This girl will have to be sent back to the asylum.
I suppose so.
You suppose so? Don't you know it?
But it's kind of a pity to send her back when she's so set on staying here.
Oh, Matthew Cuthbert, you don't mean to say we ought to keep her?
Well, she could be some comfort and companionship for you.
Well, I'm not suffering much for companionship, thank you. It's you that needs the help, not me.
I could hire a French boy to help me.
I'm not going to keep her!